Joe Colbert. I'm an attorney, and part of my practice is helping individuals and companies with their tax problems. One of the most dreaded thing that you might receive in the mail is an IRS audit notice concerning your tax returns. I wanted to talk a little bit about what people typically do and they shouldn't do, and some of the things that they should do. So quickly, you get it in the mail, you open it up, you get worried, it says call the IRS, and it gives the name of a auditor and a phone number, and they call that person as soon as they can. One thing that you shouldn't do right away, as soon as you make that communication, the IRS auditor assigned to your matter will make an instant determination. Are you telling the truth? Are you not telling the truth? So you shouldn't do that right away. Next thing people do, call their accountant. If they had an accountant prepare their tax returns, or a tax preparation firm, if they prepared it. And they will email them, they will telephone them, and they'll send them the audit notice, have communications with that person. Part of the problem with doing that next is that if you're not careful and if the matter escalates, then all of those communications with that tax professional or accountant are not privileged, which means that if the IRS escalates the case, they can discover or get all of those communications. And some of the first things that you say to your accountant or they say to you could be revealing to the IRS. So that's not something that you want to do right away. If you prepared your own return, you should have your tax records. If an accountant prepared your returns, you should have your tax records that are the subject of that audit. One thing that most people don't think to do is to contact a lawyer. What's the value of contacting a lawyer right away, even if they probably weren't involved in the tax matter? There's something called the attorney-client privilege. And what that is as soon as you engage an attorney, so you have a communication with an attorney, and they provide legal advice to you, then the attorney-client privilege concerning that communication with the attorney cannot be revealed to the IRS in most cases. The attorney can then contact your accountant and have communications with your accountant on your behalf, and those communications are also covered by a privilege called the attorney work product privilege. With respect to any of those communications, the IRS can't discover them or obtain them. So if the matter is escalated by the IRS, those communications will remain privileged and not subject to review by the IRS. Some people think that attorneys can be very expensive, and many are, but having that initial communication with the attorney, having the attorney as the go-between in these situations, having them, an experienced one, contact the IRS on your behalf and start communications with the IRS, have that privilege in place, are invaluable to you as someone subject to an IRS audit notice. I hope that helps.